Alright, True Crew, how you doing? Welcome back to another episode. Thank you for tuning in. If you're new to the channel, thank you for tuning in. Hopefully you find valuable information that you can share with others, and it helps you grow in other ways. So once again, don't forget to follow on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Google+. The podcast is out there as well. Links down below in description land. Check out the website. Sorry, I was looking for my drink. You get your free downloads, setting goals, fitness, and nutrition. I apologize for the lighting. It is morning, 6:44, making a couple videos before I go to work, and it's just a cloudy day, so I kind of got some lights on the sides, and this is about as good as I can get. So, topic today is how responsibility affects America and can even make it worse to a certain extent. And I was out this morning, I went for a little walk and stuff, and made me think of this other video I was watching, Dinesh D'Souza, and he was talking, I can't remember what the exact topic was, but I'm right-leaning, and what he said, though, it kind of ticked me off on what he said, and it was basically, because in today's world, it's all about jobs, right? Jobs, jobs, jobs. Are we creating jobs? Are we creating jobs? And he talked about, the downfall. I'm going to word it myself, and this is just the way I interpreted it, but it's pretty much what he said, that, if people got their lives together and didn't need social workers anymore, then all the social workers would lose their job. And I was like, are you kidding me? That's like the worst thing I've ever heard, right? I would rather have social workers lose their job because people are getting their acts together than like a semi-truck driver lose his job for whatever reason, or a King Soopers employee, or in King Soopers, so a grocery store employee lose their job for whatever reason, right? I think that's a better reason for us to be eliminating jobs in society. Oh, we don't need any more social workers because everybody's getting their act together. So sorry guys, we no longer need your services. So that's a great thing. And in reality, that's what responsibility does, right? Responsibility hurts America. Right? Because it's funny. I'm going to go off on another little tangent here. Let me go with that first. Why does responsibility hurt people, right? Or hurt America? Because people always say, the left or whatever you want to call it, like, oh, the top 1% have too much money. Well, they save money. And in reality, yes, they might have, did some immoral things to collect that money and earn that money. But in reality, they're saving that money. Right? So we as the people, or certain groups of people, say, that's horrible. They made that money and they're saving it. Yeah, they might be saving it offshore so it's not taxed. I understand that. That is a negative thing. But in reality, what would happen if we as Americans started to save our money instead of spend it? Right? Because we've got to understand that, yes, we are a capitalist society, but in reality, we're a consumer society. These places would go out of business if you stop buying the new iPhone every year. If the new iPhone came out next year, or whatever, the end of this year, and only 1 million people bought it, and everyone else just kept the old one, they're going to stop making those things, right? So, in reality, yes, the capitalistic society is good. The consumer society is horrible. And this is what Pope Francis spoke a while back, and my buddy and I got in the argument. He said that capitalism is horrible, and I was like, I don't know, I didn't hear it, dude. And then it came back that he said consumerism is horrible, and that's the truth, right? We don't need more things. If you were to see my house, there's crap everywhere. Most of it's just paper, mailers and stuff like that, and magazines. But in reality, we don't need those things, right? Capitalism, yes, it's earning wealth and then being able to save that wealth. Consumerism is spend it, spend it, spend it. So consumerism, I've said this before, consumerism society wants divorce, wants broken homes. Why? Because now instead of one dishwasher, there's two. Instead of one car, there's two. Or instead of two cars, now there's four. Right? So that consumer society is what's really hurting us. And that's what irresponsibility brings. If you're an irresponsible person, you're not going to spend your money, you're going to blow it all. Right? You're going to blow all your money and live paycheck to paycheck. And I understand you might not be able to save it as fast as someone who makes a little bit more money, but in reality, it shouldn't be difficult for anybody to save $100 a month. Reality, anybody that I know in these areas around me, where I live, It shouldn't be that difficult, right? Same thing they say. It's easier for people that are making $30,000-$40,000 a year if you get married. Now, together, you're making 60 or 80, right? It's easier to survive off of $80,000 than $30,000, right? Especially when you got to split up. Now we need the new car, the second dishwasher, all those other things, right? So once again, responsibility, taking responsibility of you having children, loving your wife or husband, and trying to love them the best that you can till death do us part. That responsibility would actually hurt America because we don't need to keep buying crap, right? It's the same thing that ticks me off when they say, oh, look how much growth we've had. The GDP is going up. This and that's going up. Great, America's doing good. Well, no, not really. If in the American people's bank accounts, there's freaking zero. That's not good. That's good for the economy because we're spending money, right? But in reality, it's not good for you because if something tragic happens in life, you can't afford it. Retirement comes around, you can't afford it, right? So you need to understand that responsibility actually hurts America. And in some way, shape, or form, you have to be responsible, right? I guess you can let those younger kids spend foolishly and do those dumb things. But as you grow older, you need to learn to become responsible. Responsibility is a gift from God, right? And then we could say irresponsibility is the gift of the devil, if that's how we want to go, since I'm Catholic Christian, coming from that aspect. But in reality, being responsible hurts our society. Irresponsibility drives the society because they want you to do everything in an instant, right? I heard something the other day when I was listening to the radio, they said, if a person is on a phone that has a touch screen versus being on a laptop, they're most likely going to purchase more on Amazon or whatever online if they're doing it from a touch screen versus doing it from a regular laptop. So in reality, you should be shopping from a laptop that doesn't have a touch screen versus your phone. But food for thought, folks. There it is, food for thought. Consumerism, responsibility, irresponsibility, all those things, right? Because once again, what happens? You become irresponsible, you break the law, you go to jail, you break the law, you go to court, you pay a fine, you're responsible with your eating and your health, you get sick, you're on medication, right? Irresponsibility is what drives the society. Being responsible is not going to be the right thing for society, but it's the right thing for you to start doing, and me. So once again, I hope this helps. I hope it's food for thought to get you going, get you moving, make you see and realize what changes you need to make in your life and to do it ASAP. So once again, don't forget to follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Google+. The podcast is out there. Subscribe to this channel. Share and like these videos.